Hi people, it's Nekeva here, and I would be sharing with us some lessons I learned while watching Prison Break. Or will I say, these were actually quotes from the actors, and I had to jot some of them down because they were actual lessons for me, especially as it has to do with this early life and adulthood. Well, if you don't know, this my page is all about adults growth, transitioning from teen to young adult, and it's revolving around early life, career, and adulthood, navigating adulthood. So if this is your first time, you are welcome. All right, so the first lesson for me is that you should never interrupt your enemy while he's making a mistake. Never interrupt your enemy while he is making a mistake. Sometimes wisdom is knowing when not to interfere. In this age, in this transitioning age, it's so wise. It would be so wise of us to know when to interfere and when not to interfere. There's something that I have learned. I learned quite early. Is that it's what we call the subconscious. From the subconscious mind, right, the truth can be known. So wisdom, even the Bible talks about it, that wisdom is profitable to direct. So wisdom is knowing when not to interfere. You might be having issues with someone, clash with someone, and the person is talking and talking and talking, and I'm sure if we listen without interfering, we'll even learn a lot of things, and that would be to our own benefit or for our own benefit. So wisdom is knowing when not to interfere. The second quote, and it's a lesson for me, is plans change. I know this protagonist in this play, in this movie, Michael Scofield, used this a lot. Plans changed, and then I'm wondering, flexibility is survival. Flexibility is survival. In this age, in this age of navigating adulthood, we need to be flexible. By flexible, there is need to adapt to change. Yes, adaptation is part of growth, it's part of change. You cannot remain at a particular spot. That spot is not working, and then you are still there. Sometimes we just think about it. I know it happens to most of us, that we just think about it and it's not possible for me to change my career now. This is the career, this is what I studied. Towards the sense of changing. And even though it's not working, we are still there. At this age of navigating adulthood, right? There is need to be flexible. If A is not working, we should try B. If B is not working, we should try C. We have a lot of opportunities to try out different things at this early age of ours. We have a lot of chances to try out different things. So flexibility is survival. All right, the next one is that everyone has a breaking point. To be sincere, pressure affects everyone. No one is unbreakable. There's this mistake we make, especially in this age, where we feel like there are some set of persons that enjoy preferential treatment from God, in quotes. They don't suffer, they don't have anything bothering them. Their life is just so sweet, right? But then, if you have that thought, if you have that mentality, it's a huge mistake for us or on our path. If that is our mentality, everyone has a breaking point. There is no one that is a Superman or that have superpower. Those we see at the top, or those we see in one better position or the other, if they say their story, you will understand better. So just know that everyone has a breaking point, and it shouldn't be a criteria for you to remain small, or not to think big, or think out of the box, or to just remain a mediocre. No, it shouldn't be a leverage for you after everyone has a breaking point. No, there is need to, just like I said earlier, flexibility is survival. No, anything you are doing now, it's very, very important that you are trying out different things. At least if you get to a point where you be master of a particular niche, you know that this is actually where I want to master in now, and then that is okay. So everyone has a breaking point. And the fourth one is that you don't give up because you are afraid. You are afraid because you don't give up. Strange, right? So you don't give up because you are afraid. It's all of this. The reason I wrote down all of this is because it resonates with navigating adulthood. In this stage of life, there's this tendency to give up. There's this tendency. It's in this stage of life that most suicides happen, right? People start thinking of suicide, taking their lives, depression start setting in. It's in this stage of life, to be sincere. So you don't give up because you're afraid. You're afraid because you give up. That's the other coin of it, or the other part of the coin, right? You don't give up because you're afraid. You're afraid because you don't give up. How does that mean? Fear and perseverance are linked. Your fear grows when you stop pushing forward. It happens a lot to me. It happens a lot to people. By the time you stop pushing, your fear begins to go. You're already you're already asking yourself, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm really backward. And then this fear starts accumulating. So whatever you are doing, perseverance should be there. You should not stop at any point. Even if you want to rest, you want to take a break, or you want to pause, you shouldn't just stop. It's not really fair when you are still when you are pushing, when you are still you're consistent, it's not fair. How much more when you're not consistent? So whatever thing your hand finds to do, be it skill, job, name it, whatever thing your hand finds to do, right? Be consistent about it. If you need to take a break, take a break, but don't stop. Taking a break is different from stopping. Yes, taking a break is different from stopping. It's just like the comma and the full stop. So whatever thing your hand finds to do that's really pleasing or that really speaks well for you, please do not stop. Do not give up because you're afraid of I'm afraid, or I might not be able to make it, I might not be able to get to that level. Do it unapologetically, and trust me, you'll get to that level. So the fifth thing, it's actually getting long. So the fifth thing is that there is no such thing as impossible, just difficult. Honestly, there is no such thing as impossible. In my own opinion, yes, there is no such thing as impossible. Because tell me why adult A feels that so thing it's impossible, cannot be actualized, and adult B is doing that thing so effortlessly. You see, there is no such thing as impossible. The word impossible, honestly, the way I'm training myself, the way I'm growing is that I don't want to see that. I don't want to have the mentality that there is something that I cannot achieve that is impossible. It can only be difficult to achieve it. Can only be difficult to get it, right? When you mean difficult, it means that there have to be a lot of struggles, a lot of endeavors to get to that place, but it is not impossible. I want to own a house at the age of so, it's not impossible, it's possible. It can only just be difficult. I mean, struggle, of course. Success do not come by chance. There must be an essence of working for it, persevering and struggling together. All right, so before I move to the next point, just know that mindset is very, very important. Your mindset overcomes the circumstance. I don't know if that makes sense, but some things are hard, not impossible. All right, so the sixth one is, if you're going to do something, do it right. If you're going to do something, I'm repeating it again, do it right. Some people go out of business, lose opportunities because they do something and they don't do it right. They just do it anyhow, shabbily, and then they are fine with it. And by the time you do a shabby work for someone, or you bring in your carefree attitude in doing something for someone, the person would not contact you, the person won't call you again, and that's by the way. So all I'm saying is that if you must do something, you must do it right. Make sure you're doing it right. Now, it's so sweet to know that there's nothing you cannot learn online. I mean, everybody's teaching a particular thing. Everybody's teaching is testing their theory, and it's working. So if you want to learn this one, you can go online to learn it. So if you want to do something, for instance, you're applying to a job or you're applying to do anything, and then there are some skills needed for that thing, you can decide to make good use of teachings online, and it's still very beautiful. So there's no such thing as, if you want to do something, you should do it well, right? Because half efforts cost more in the end. I don't know if that's clear. Half effort costs more in the end. This my voice recording is getting longer. So number 7 is, sometimes the only way to survive is to stay one step ahead. This calls for preparation. Sometimes the only way to survive is to stay one step ahead. See, there's this thing we see. People say, you plan and life unplanned, something like that. You propose and life proposes. Yeah. Now, in my opinion, I feel there should be what ifs for us. Even in as much as we're trying to be positive, right? Stay positive. There's a point where we actually act as a what if. There should be an option B. You should not put your whole eggs in a basket, in one basket. Yes. I'm going to do this at the end of this year. What if it doesn't come out the way I plan? What's your second option? Because to be sincere, if you do not have a second option, you might end up being stranded. Aside the fact that you have a God who takes care of you, that one it's not arguable. You have a God who you trust that directs your path. It's not arguable. You should have a plan B for yourself. By plan B, I'm not saying anything outside God. Now let me give a scenario, right? Let's say you go for service, right? NYSC, and you tell yourself after service, I'm going to get married. Or ready for you to say that you're already in a relationship leading to marriage, right? And then at the end of service here, your heart is broken. If you don't have an option B about, okay, if I'm not going to get married, I'm going to work on getting my master's, I'm going to work on getting a job. If you do not have a plan like that, to be sincere with you, you're going to be extraordinarily stranded. So there's need for plan B. Alright, I think that is clear. So preparation saves you. The 8th one is, people can surprise you. Never underestimate humans. Never underestimate humans. Humans are how do I put it now? They are deeper than what they seem. Or we are deeper, because I'm a human as well. We are deeper than what we seem, right? Do not underestimate humans. People can disappoint you. People can surprise you. The person that you think, this person, I hold this person in high esteem. This person is that person that will disappoint you more, that will surprise you more. So live for yourself and live for others. Live for yourself first before you live for others, right? If there's something I learned, right? If it's not pleasant to me, I should speak up, right? I'm saying this now as it has to do with relationships. This is a stage where you have a lot of relationships. You're navigating adulthood and you're having a lot of sexual relationships to get into, you know what I mean, right? So, and then you're in a relationship with someone, and then you're the one taking all the rubbish. But when it's pleasant to you and when it's not pleasant to you, you take everything. Let me shield this person from not. I don't want to say it. I don't want to express myself. This person do not get angry. My dear. At the end of the day, you end up being the one, broken, because this person you're trying to shame might even have other plans that might not even include you. So there is need to, speak up as regards what I just said. So, but the point is that people can surprise you. You should take it. Do not get surprised when people surprise you. It's possible. People can surprise you. And then the final one is that the key to survival is knowing when to fight and when to wait. You don't always fight. You don't always. Some persons, they always want to be at the forefront. Mass bulls, as we used to say it. But I feel that silence. Okay, let me even put it this way: timing is everything, and wisdom is choosing when when it's choosing your moments. Yeah, wisdom is choosing your moments. I mean, silence is even everything. It's not everything somebody says that you want to respond. Your silence can go a long way. Your silence can even interpret or say the things you refuse to say. So the key to survival is knowing when to fight and when to wait. You don't always fight. You don't always wait either. All right. So these are some of the lessons I learned from Prison Break. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know who the playwright now. I think I've forgotten. But I really feel that all of this lesson resonates with us as young adults, people struggling with navigation, or people trying to navigate adulthood, our career, and all of its likes. So once again, thank you for listening, and it is not clever. Yes, thank you. Bye.